Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house, as we say, yeah boy. Hope you guys doing well out there. Well, the big question: will December be a green month? Because November wasn't. We're going to check out where November's performance is finishing up at. But will December be green? We certainly got the right catalysts for it. Moving ahead, expecting a green week this week, I think. So we'll see. But yeah, you were stepping up to the 10th of December for the interest rate cut. And of course, the 1st of December, people touting quantitative easing. So yeah, will we see more money, lower cost of money, and therefore boom, boom, boom. That's what we're looking forward to there. I think the only wild card at the moment is the it's pretty interesting. Also, $2,000 to qualified participants as well for could be getting some money. So I've got a lot of things happening there with the old Trump and money. So yeah, a few things coming up. What else can we talk about? We're counting down to the ProveX date. That's pretty awesome. So we're only a couple of days away. In fact, less than 2 days. Oh, actually, we're 1 day and 1 hour, 22 minutes away from the final D-Day. So we're actually, it's going to be good to get that out of the way. I think everyone will be pretty happy about that. We got green candles today on PulseChain, though. We got green candles. So, is that a bold sign? Will it be a bit of a tease? We get a bit of a green candle for a day or two, and then suddenly we get D-Day and we get a bit of a pullback, or are we going to get some big buying? It's going to be a crazy day to see what plays out there. And then, of course, on the other side, we should start to ramp up. There. Maybe people start grabbing the cheap Pulse and PulseX, and we pushes us back up even higher. So we'll keep a lookout for that. We're going to get into Liberty Swap as well. Railgun, they kicked off. The process for Railgun has started. So that is awesome news for PulseChain. And it's going to ramp up from today through to the 7th of December. That's a huge milestone for PulseChain. There really is. The People's Chain, the Freedom Chain, and the Privacy Chain. That's the one. All right. So lots of good things to look forward to there. All right, so before we get into the show, though, get out and hit the repost button on X. Really helps a lot. And if you're new, of course, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. We're streaming to 3 YouTube channels, The Crypto Night Show, Superman Crypto, and PulseChain X. So a big shout out to everybody over there. Getting a lot of growth over on PulseChain X. So a big shout out to that people there joining up. Nice. And, of course, if you're on X, don't forget to go up to the top there and hit the follow button if you love daily PulseChain content. And, of course, we do crypto as well, generally speaking. So it's the game that we're in. All right, so let's get into the first story there. We're going to go to the overall on the markets for Sunday in the US and Monday here in New Zealand already. It's midday here on the 1st of December. We're already in December, guys. Christmas month. Woohoo! Bring on the Christmas holidays. That's all I can say. Bang, bang, bang. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. We've already had a pretty sunny time so far at the moment. And we had a little bit of rain yesterday, but apart from that, we've actually had unusually sunny weather in November. It's been pretty awesome. All right, so let's get into it without further ado, and let's check out the old numbers there. Actually, let's go full screen for the old crypto market, and we've got $3.18 trillion. We're up 0.6%, so green day. We've got Bitcoin right now at $91,075, up 0.2%. Ethereum at $3,023, up 1%, so we're back over 3,000 again. XRP at number 4 is down 0.6% at $2.19. BNB at number 5 up 1.4% at $886. Solana at number 6 is up 1.2% at $137. We've got Tron at number 8, up 0.4% at 28.2 cents. And finally, our top 10, Doge there, up 0.6% at just under 15 cents right now, is the old Doge. Best performer in the last 24 hours is a BNB, up 1.4%. And the best performer over the last week has been what? The Tron, is it? No. No, actually Ethereum. Ethereum up 7.2%, followed not too far behind by XRP. So good little rebound there. But of course, Ethereum there fell from very high heights, right? We were at 4,900 for goodness sake, and we went all the way down 2,600. Welcome to coverage. That is volatility for you in crypto. $4,900 in Ethereum down to 2,600. That's insane-o in the braino. But that is crypto, and you gotta be prepared. You really are a cowboy at the rodeo in crypto. You really are a cowboy. Got to hold on to that horse or that bull and ride it through. How about Roland in the house there? Hello, I enjoyed the X1 coverage. I appreciate that, Roland. Yeah, we're probably going to be doing a full update at least once every 5 to 7 days on X1. So we're excited about it. It's doing very well at the rollout. And it is in the soft launch phase, just basically laying the foundation for next year, really. So we're going to be following that. And the more coverage, the more things that come out, the more stuff we'll coverage. Maybe we'll even get into doing a show every 3 or 4 days. That could definitely be the case there. Roland says, I'm in PZen and PDC on PulseChain, but basically X1 Maxi-ish, says Roland. It looks good to be a Maxi, mate. And X1 chain looks like a perfect chain to do that with. Solana 2.0, as some people say, and you know how valuable that is. Looking forward to it. Yeah, me too. All right, so let's get into the rest of the coverage here. So the top 100 at the moment, we've got Rain Token sitting at number 65. It's the best performer of the last week, up 112%. We've got Casper at number 71, is up 45% for the week at number 2. Quant at number at 72 rank is up 35% for the week at number 3. And then we've got Sky at number 82 is up 29%. And finally, Pumped Fun at number 66 is the 5th best performer for the week, up 20%. So 5 projects above 20% as well. That is not too bad for the week, especially Rain, Casper, and Quant, looking pretty juicy. Top 1,000, we've got Pippin, Piverse, and BitLight at the moment. Those are the top 3 in the top 1,000. And trending is Monad, Avicii, I guess, and Bitcoin there is the top 1 trendings at the moment. So that's pretty good. We're up 0.6% coming off a Sunday, and hopefully next week will be super green. I think the futures on the stock market is green. So let's look forward to that. And we had good news at the end of last week, if I remember rightly, around do we have the PCE data out? I think we did at 2.9%. I think that's right. We have had a bit of weakness in the labor market, which means that the Fed probably got quite a bit of pressure for rate cuts on the 10th. So we're counting down, was it 10 days to the Fed rate cut? So let's bring on a green month. All right, let's go to Bitcoin at the moment. So Bitcoin on the daily, we can see we had the death cross all the way back here. The death cross was all the way back here on the 16th of November. So it's been about 2 weeks. And of course, that started essentially on the 11th there, played out quite aggressive, of course, quite aggressive. And we went down from 107,000 all the way down to about 80,600. So it was a $27,000 drop. And that's 25% in that little death cross part. And of course, we had come down from the all-time high even further back here on the 6th of October. We're 126,300 more or less, and we came all the way back down to the 80,600 mark or something. So that was a $45,700 move, guys. 36%. So that's our wipeout, right? That's our wipeout. And of course, we know because that started, the all-time high was at the 6th. We had that big liquidation event on the 10th. See that? See that big liquidation? Man. And apparently it was so severe, there was a bit of a bug in the matrix, and the big market maker got their balance sheet racked. That's apparently what Tom Lee said. So he had some insider information on that. Wouldn't name names, though. And here we've recovered at the moment back to 91,000. So did we get that washed out for our big next run, the big parabolic? And also, was this big pullback, was it the rail pullback? Remember? He said it'll pull back 35%, and then people will just say, oh, it's over. And then it goes for a mega hyper rally after that. That's what we're expecting. Rolf says, absolutely, the Xmas rally, 100%. All right, so at the moment we're at 91,000. Let's see if we can get this this death cross to be a short-term one, and off to the races after that. But a nice bit of a reset, isn't it? Nice bit of reset for rally. Performance at the moment, we're not quite finished with the end of November, but we're just about there. So this is pretty close to the final. 17% down. Remember, I think we were down 23% or so, 24%. So 17% looks like where we might finish. Last year, by comparison, we were up 37%. So yeah, it is what it is. December, will it be green? A green month? Well, last year it was slightly red, negative 2.8. Year before that was 12%. A couple of years before that was negative. We had a 47% though in 2020. So we'll see. We'll see what we get. We already had a bit of a retrace here. Let's see if we can get a bit of a move on after that. Now, last time we had some pretty big pullbacks in November. You can see back here in 22, 2019, 2018. We actually had a modest decrease the following month. But can we actually inch out a nice green month here? So we shall see. What's green? Only no red, says NJ. Well, hopefully December. Hopefully December will be green. So that's the play right now on the old BTC. So let's have a look at Ethereum, shall we? We'll come back to Ethereum. Let's come back to Ethereum. We'll move that to the right there, and we'll move it to Ethereum, and we'll come up to a chart. All right. So this is Ethereum at the moment. Obviously, with the 16th was the death cross for BTC. Well, the death cross here was 8 days later on the 24th of November, and largely we had already had most of the fall before we even got to the death cross, and then we're on the green here, on the move back up, which is really positive for this being a short-term psych, because it's already played out. So hopefully we're on to the next level here for the Ethereum. Now, obviously everyone's calling for $5,000 Ethereum to be kind of the altcoin season breakout, and we already see that maybe the Bitcoin dominance has topped out around 59.5% or so. So that's kind of the narrative at the moment for the bullish case. So yeah, that's kind of still looking good at the moment. Now, we came down quite a bit, obviously. We had the high back here at 49. This is all the way back in August, but our last one that we had was the 7th of October. So we were at about 4,776. We came down quite a bit, $2,150 to 45% correction there. So 36% for Bitcoin, 45 just over 45% for Ethereum. So pretty severe, and that all the fallout from the 10th of October there, taken many weeks. So 7 weeks to flush out before we've started to have a recoup here. But we are on the up, and I think it's looking pretty good for December. Like I say, we've got the interest rate cuts and quantitative easing to come out. Now, there was talk of the Clarity Act getting passed this month. I'm not so sure that's going to get passed in December. So I believe it's still stuck at the Senate House for review. So I'm not so sure about that unless they pull out some magic, which maybe they will. But that's still sitting there. Maybe that will shift over into January. So the news will be good about it. But then, even then, I think the implementation takes something like 270 days afterwards. But the market will move on the news. They'll just price in, I guess, the implementation time. So that's kind of where we are on this one at the moment. So we're already relying on monetary policy. I mean, essentially it, right? Monetary policy, green, super green month. That's kind of it. So bring on the money. That is the play right now. Let's bring on the returns at the moment for Ethereum. And what have we got here? You got Ethereum return. So we had negative 21.58%. So 4.5 percentage points worse than Bitcoin. Last year we had a 47% gain, which is pretty beautiful. Everyone's looking forward to that. But with this reset, we've had 3 negative months as well. Can we get a bit of a move on here with the old ETH? So we were looking forward to a green month in ETH as well. But maybe we could get a 70% like back in 2017. That could be on the cards. Remember that. Come back to it if it happens. All right. So that's pretty cool. On that one. We also got some big news out. So we talked about the institutions, talked about the White House. We may get some White House, money coming in for Bitcoin and altcoins, and that could be coming in. If we don't get news about that at the end of the year, we could get that news in the first quarter of next year. And so here we are with the banks. So the banks are coming in, guys. So the first national-wide bank, and remember I think it was the SEC back in a few months ago was talking about being able to allow banks to come in. Well, now we've got the first actual bank that has actually set itself up for launching crypto trading, and that is Sophie. So 36 billion Sophie just announced that will launch Bitcoin trading to all customers, every bank soon. So there we go, guys. It's game on. The money is going to flood. So institutional, retail, and of course government. It's going to be insane, guys. It's going to be insane. All right, and we're going to be in the golden age of America, 26, 27, with all the investment, $21 trillion of investment this year, all playing out with all the factories and 100% expensing, remember, from the tax bill. So it's game on, game on. As long as we have geopolitical peace, particularly around China and Taiwan, we're all good. We're all good. Of course, we don't want to go there, right? We don't want to go there. All right, so we've got President Xi and President Trump are going to be meeting each other, so that's hopefully a good sign. That at least the next 5 or 6 months, there's no issue there. So that's the caveat, right? That's the thing. All right, let's listen to the CEO here. I think it is from Sophie Bank.
Nice to see you, sir, in person.
Good to see you as well.
Okay, so what's going on here? This is a big deal.
Yeah, this morning,
a very big deal for you.
It is a very big deal. It's a big day and a big milestone. Reverses the course of time.
It does.
We've wanted to be a one-stop shop for all your financial services needs, and one of the holes we've had for the last 2 years was in cryptocurrency, the ability to buy, sell, and hold crypto. We were not allowed to do that as a bank. It was not permissible. But in March of this year, the OCC came out with an interpretive letter that it's now permissible for banks like SoFi to offer cryptocurrencies. So this morning we're launching as the only national bank, the first and only national bank, the opportunity to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana.
So I was going to ask, are we just talking about 3 for now?
We'll expand well beyond 3. It'll be a pretty broad assortment. We try to differentiate on being fast, having broad selection, great prices, ease of use. So we'll try to give members, SoFi members, as much selection as they would like.
And what's the difference between going through you and going through Coinbase or going through Robinhood or somebody else?
Yeah, there's a couple of really big differences. First, we're a nationally chartered bank, which means we have the infrastructure, the processes, the financial conditions that provides the safeguards that a consumer would expect from a bank, which is going to allow us to scale responsibly. The second thing is because we are a one-stop shop, you can do all your banking, checking, and savings at SoFi, your borrowing, and your investing, and now crypto. And one of the unique things about that is when you come to SoFi and fund your crypto investments, you'll fund them in a SoFi checking and savings account. That checking and savings account's deposits earn interest.
Say that again. You're going to fund it with crypto?
You're going to fund
your checking account.
You're going to fund your checking account with cash.
Okay.
And then when you buy Bitcoin or Solana or Ethereum, the money will come straight out of your checking and savings account. So when you're not putting cash to work, it's not sitting in an account that earns no interest, and it's not sitting in an account that's not insured. So the money will sit in an FDIC insured account. Up to $2 million is what we offer. And when you buy, it will instantly withdraw from that account and send it to the marketplace.
So there we go. That's huge news, guys. The first national bank in America with national-wide coverage. It's going to allow you to do, fiat to crypto. And all the services that go with that. So huge deal. As I said, man, it's game on. It's game on for crypto. And now we always have the ups and downs and little hiccups here and there. But this is just this narrative is just going to be going for the next 5 to 10 years. And so everyone's relatively early still. Pretty awesome. So that is big news. Hope you guys enjoyed that if you hadn't seen it already, which is pretty cool. Now we're going to get into the next phase. We're going to get into PulseChain. We've got a comment from ALGO. The biggest difference is they'll be able to debank your fiat in crypto in one shot. That's true. That is the negative. That is negative. Well, I think under Trump environment, that's probably fine. If the Democrats get in and they start doing that debanking like they always do, then that's a big problem. We still know, even regardless of Trump, that left-wing banks that are run by globalists and stuff can do that. We've seen high-profile politicians and individuals be debanked as well. So it is a problem, including the Trump sons, right? The Trump sons, which is why they started USD1 and all the rest of the crypto. Well, it's just one of the catalysts. Obviously, making money. That's the other one, right? Making money. All right, so good comment there, though. And this is the problem. It's a problem with digital ID too, because we know these guys, globalists and Marxists, are both authoritarian. So once they get power, they use it to oppress And so you're absolutely right. But at the moment, we've got the best. I call it a bit of a reprieve under Trump. We will have maximum possible freedom at the moment, but we see all the globalists around that are not in the United States are still pushing for the authoritarian regime style that China has with digital ID and everything else, and we all know they're going to use it to oppress and control, and so that's a big problem. So people need to stop just playing baseball on the weekend and take a little bit of time to protest and get active, because otherwise they'll lose a lot of their rights and then wonder what happened. Right? What happened? All right, so we've got Craig in house there. Morning all. Good to see you, Craig. Big shout out. Welcome to the chat as well. Let's get into some PulseChain. We've got some green candles, so let's do that. PulseChain, of course, launched on the 30th of May, 2023 by Richard Hart, probably the greatest founder of all time, besides maybe Satoshi himself. Now, I did run a poll on who Satoshi was. It was pretty interesting. He's probably, I don't know, I won't go there. Well, it's a different topic. We've got day 933 since PulseChain launched. We've got Pulse up slightly at 2.91%. We're sitting at 19,500. So 4 zeros, 19,500. We're at 20% of the mean sacrifice price at the moment. So a little bit of a green day. We got PulseX at the moment, quadruple 128. We're at just below 1,300. 13% of the mean sacrifice price. But we're up 5.3% today, so it's a nice little gain. We got the buy and burn sitting at 8.18% based on GoPulse numbers. So it's just slowly chirping away and heading towards that 10% mark. Incentive token at the moment, 74 cents, is up 7% at the moment. And we've got the Hex on PulseChain is at 3700th of a penny, up 4.5%. EHEX is at 1200th of a penny, so that's up from 1100th yesterday, I think. And so the combined price of EX and PX is at 4900th of a penny, so just under 0.5% for Hex combined. What we're going to say? Well, we're still waiting for the PulseX DAO. What's going to happen with that? In the MasterChef contract. So we're still waiting for that. That will definitely. I still believe. Well, it's not necessarily it will be activated, but there's a good chance it will be activated. In which case, that's still a chess move on the table for Richard Hart to make, right? So when we talked about Richard Hart having a whole ton of chess moves that he can make, and he's been making them all year, and that's potentially one of them as well. But no doubt it may end up going with something else, another chess move together, a combined move, maybe a protocol or something like that. I'd love to see something come in from Richard Hart that accelerates the supply sync or burning or something like that around the cause, and I'm sure there's plenty of moves he can make on that front. All right, so that's kind of the play right now for day 933. Validatus, actually gas prices. Let's go to gas prices. 223,000 beats. So that's 0.2 of a penny for a PulseX swap, a little bit more than yesterday, but still pretty cheap. Validators are right now 52,366 validators. That's pretty similar to what we've had the last day or two. The bridge. Let's go to the bridge. Now, the bridge had some problems yesterday. At least for several hours, and we're back up. So we're at $83 million, so it's kind of cool to see. I did go through the bridge breakdown yesterday, so I'm going to do it again today. But we are up about $1.1 million from the looks of it. I think we're at 81.8 or something, 81.9 yesterday, something like that. We're up over $1 million, so that's good news. Let's have a look at the actual bridge data from PulseChain stats. Yay! I actually had it up in time, so congratulations to me. Yep. So anyway, unfortunately, we're still down now. We know that in about an hour's time, we're going to have a new update. So this is like 23 hours, 23 hours, 25 hours, 23 hours behind. So yeah, we had 175,000 in yesterday, 238.6 out, and negative 61 overall. But we're getting a new snapshot in about an hour's time, something like that. So that is where we are right now. Let's go into the markets and have a look. So we're at 6.5 million in volume. As you guys know, over the PROVEX sacrifice period, we've had pretty dismal volumes, whether it's the weekday or the weekend. 6.5 million seems to be the order of the day, whether it's weekend or weekday. And we're at 6.5 million right now. We have been, I think, as low as 5.5 million or so. At the moment, we've still got some green candles, though, for the lucky ones. We've got 361,000 transactions last 24 hours. We've got the PulseChain Anonymous has been around for 16 days. That's up 34%. We've got the 5555 Club. That's up 26%. And I think that's from the Humpback guys, the humpback guys started Peacock and other tokens. So that's back up there. I think that one there. UFO is up 14%. The child of PDC the Grace? That's up 14.4%. What else? We've got Firewall at number 5. That's up a little bit today, 12.6%, just over 0001 at the moment on the old Firewall. We got the Sacrifice Pool called One from Ian Heinisch and B Roots. That's up 12%. And as you guys know, I don't like that approach because of the way that it was set up with the holders at the beginning. It just looks too dodgy. They actually have made the sacrifice though, so credit to them for that. And they are making more money with the volume, right? So which has fallen off quite a bit. So I think it was about 8,000 yesterday. It's 10K today. We've got Stake ETH at the moment is up 11%. The PRC 20 fork, that's up 11% there. And what else we got going? PTC the Greys, it's up 11% as well. At number 8, just swatched around, but we got Hex here, which is taking the place of number 8, is up 11%, and that is a pump tires, right? Hex. And then we got Teddy Bear from James Maria coming in at number 9, 10, 11. They're up around 10% also. So top 10 up are about 10%, and everything else is slightly below that. We've got SCAD at the moment up just below 10%. Doubt token, time dividend is up 8.88%. So lucky number there for those people like that. What else? We've got Reserve Tay up about just over 8%. Coming down here a little bit here. Swarm at number 23 up 8%. We've got a few there over 8%, which we've got 25 apparently over 8%. Lots of peers, all the same thing down here. Peppy at number 32 up 7%. Dev C at number 34 up 7%. Humpback Holder, I think that's along with this 5 for 5 up here. I think they're all part of the same family. That is Hold. That is up 6.5% right now. Was the darling about 5 days ago or 6 days ago, something like that. Was doing pretty well. Further down here, we got number 41 is X Game up 6% at 1,500 of a penny. So a little bit of comeback in the old Firewall stuff. What else? We got APC, Ape and Pulse here at number 42 up 6%. Source on a mini meal at 4.2 cents up 5.6% as well. Now they're obviously just not using their buying bin, right? They could push that up to $1 anytime they wanted, right? Quite easily on the old Source on mini meal, but they're just holding back because they're going to migrating, as we understand it, to Solana. World's greatest PDI print at number 47 is $1.80. That's up 5.6%. Gophers, the first 404 contract was Gophers. So that is it's coming off the bottom though. So not much there. $63.79. Now remember at the beginning, what did it get up to? It spiked out at 3,500 guys. It's now $63. And of course the volume's there, but that was the first 404, and it really is great. I mean, look at them; they're so cute. I mean, gosh, nice one there, Dip Catcher. Of course, that's from the founder of Maximus, Maximus Pretorius, the big Hex staking whale, way out past 2030, along with the Hex Skull whale, will be the Maximus guys. What else we got going down here? We got went a bit too fast tonight. We got MoonX at number 51. It's up 5%. Pump Fun or Pump Tires, the main brand token, up 5% as well. Love.io from Mr. Anderson, up 5%. What else do we got going down there? We got Vouch, number one validator on PulseChain, up 4% today. Just chilling. It's just moving sideways, I think, more or less, isn't it? Kind of moving sideways from the local bottom there. When Pulse recovers, in a strong way, this should absolutely race away, right? Should absolutely race away. So we'll keep a track of that. All the Richard Hart coins down here as well. Hex, Pulse Puppy, number 67, up 4%. Finvestor, $2.70, up 3.8%. Liberty, up 3.7%. Number 71 is Curve, up 3.5%. What else? There were Liquid Loans, and number 74 is up 3%. So we got a few little movers, and I think, what did we say? PulseChain was up about 3%. So looks like we've got about 75 of the coins are up, maybe equal to or slightly greater than Pulse at the moment. So there we go, about 75% of the coins. Everything else down here, we got Vault, number 83. It's up slightly, and Trump's up slightly too. Trump's up 1.4%. Vault is up 0.75%. Now, Vault, of course, could be getting pretty close to launch, guys. This is going to be the first multi-collateral, multi-chain liquidity fork with a few bells and whistles. So we'll keep your tabs on this. This could be one of the big moves. I would say, I'm going to just say it. I'm going to say it proud and bold. It could be one of the top 5 moving forward at the moment, based on what we know. Moves forward there. So there we go. We shall see. We shall see. But certainly it's certainly a heavyweight DeFi protocol. Now, can it outperform the individual parts of single chain, single collateral liquidity fork with the sum of the parts? We'll see. We'll see. All right, whatever that means, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so keep going down here. We got Sparta is down here, down 1.5%. Fetch is down 1% there as well. And of course, we've got Signum coming and Tetra coming. So Signum, of course, next Oracle that we're expecting. So there's going to be 2 of them racing around, which is going to be great for PulseChain. Then we've got Zero Trust at the moment, along with Peacock. So Peacock here, just taking a little breather consolidation down here at the moment, down 2%. Seeing it around 1 cent, and Zero there, which is tied into it as well pretty heavily, is at 3/4 or a third of a cent, let's say. We got Peahen as well, another Peacock tied in pair. That's down 4% there. So Peacock just taking a breather, but we have got big news around Peacock, so we're going to talk about that. The big losers today are Whale Bay, and I think that is related to, I think that's one of the humpback tiger ones. So, sorry, not humpback ones. And then we've got P Tiger from Crypto Tiger God, that's down 30%, and that is down at 39/100 of a penny right now. And as you guys know, I called the top on that. Another one. There we go. And so that is down. That's pretty much it. So the first giveaway for me when I was looking at it was this one here, and I came in. And some of the guys were talking about it in Discord. So if you haven't joined Discord, join up today. Links in the video description or pinned to the top of X. Strategy Club is $35 a month. That's really good value. Just over $1 a day to get all the intel. And if you want to join up as a community member, I think it's like $12.50 or $15, something like that. So maybe 50 cents a day. So there we are. Join up today. We'll see you in there. Become part of our awesome community. We also have a crypto helpline in there as well. So we're the only group there with one. And of course, I'm the only large influencer in the PulseChain that does daily shows, and almost 6 years now. Can you believe it? So join up today. All right, so we're at 39/100 of a penny right now, and so this jump here, that was the first sign. And then when I saw it going sideways, and I matched the RSI with it, was way overheated at 85. It was pretty much game over, and so there we go. Now, where's the bottom? Well, it's not quite there yet. I think could drop a little bit further here. Still may get a better entry where it is right now. Maybe somewhere around 35 might be a chance to DCA in there. Now, Crypto Tiger, of course, doing some great videos. If you haven't checked him out, he's a rising influencer or rising star in the PulseChain community. A very sort of a natural kind of guy. Does some pretty cool, fun videos. So check him out. Crypto Tiger God. All right. So that is that one right now. Let's see here. Let's go over to some of the news. Well, Liberty Swap, right? So we talked about Peacock just consolidating around 1 cent, and we've got some big news happening, right? So I should get rid of the AI thing. Our swap is currently, so this is only a few hours ago. In fact, how many? 5.5 hours ago. Our swap is currently being upgraded. That's what they said. Our swap is currently being upgraded. We will spread the upgrade into 2 steps. First, we will deploy the new contract and let it run for 12 hours under full testing. So I believe that the new contract is required to align into the railgun technology, pretty much. I think that's the idea. So we will deploy a new contract and let it run for 12 hours under full testing. After that, we will put the service into maintenance mode for only 2 hours, not 6 hours as originally indicated, to complete liquidity migration on December the 2nd, 2025. So I guess it's like a 48-hour period there. The railgun release date is unchanged. So that's the 7th of December, right? This upgrade completely transforms our protocol and makes it far more flexible in supporting many types of assets. So that's the key reason for the new contract and testing, because obviously every time you do something like that, you get more tact vectors. So you got to make sure that it's nice and tight, nice and closed looped. something like that. So many types of assets for swaps. So this is really huge, massive expansion. Now you guys know there's many types of asset swaps. That means more fees. That means more buying. Pushing more value into the services itself, but also into Peacock, right? Into LPing, into buying, all the rest of that stuff. So that's kind of cool. ETH on any chain and even BTC. So they're going to be adding Bitcoin in, guys. Now, recently we saw Internet Money Wallet add Bitcoin, so you could hold Bitcoin in your wallet. Well, this is going to be a form of doing that too. So that's pretty cool. So Bitcoin, XMR, and ZEK, or Zcash there will be able to swap directly into PulseChain assets without liquidity limitations. Unbelievable. So this is really, really exciting, guys. Really exciting. Someone says BTC to PulseChain, huge. Yes, it's an atomic style swap experiment with much lower fees. So that's really exciting there from the good old Liberty swap there. Very, very cool there. So that is the big news that happened today. So the process has begun towards the railgun on PulseChain. So it has begun, guys. So we're in that process and we're expecting it to complete by the 7th of December. So 1 week process there. All right, so that is pretty cool. I'm not sure. Let's see if they got any other news that have come out. They did say they were working also specifically around Peacock, working on a new liquidity tool for Peacock to keep strengthening the position as number one on pump tires. More upgrades are coming in December. So, we obviously got Railgun in the first week, but they are doing a lot of other stuff around, the bridging and money making and everything else to support the Peacock and Liberty Swap. So that's in December as well. We are still, like I said, we were expecting Peacock staking in the new protocol on their Liberty Swap site, as well as meme coin airdrops. So all that stuff is yet to come. They're also going to do a front end for pump tires. So I'm not sure where that is at the moment, but we'll keep a lookout for that. In the meantime, they're probably accumulating more meme coins, my guess. I don't know. We'll see. And then they got this ominous-looking picture of Dark Liberty, Miss Liberty, and that is Railgun Liberty, baby. And of course, the privacy of Railgun coming to PulseChain, including the Pulse Liberty. Was it the Railgun wallet? All right, so that is coming up. So I think that's it from them. Now we do have something else they haven't talked about for ages. Should we talk about that? I think we should. Do it. Let's get into it. So. On-chain bet, guys. We haven't talked about this for ages, so we know that Jacob, the super dev, arguably one of the world's, if not the world's best peer-to-peer dev, is on PulseChain, and we're lucky to have him. And of course, things always take more time. We're getting used to that, apparently. But on-chain bet, guys, today, and you guys are lucky to be watching because today is the last day to be able to sacrifice at the best rate. So or at least swap your Pulse pot or your BNB pot tokens for the OC token, which is going to be for the on-chain bet decentralized crypto casino, which is going to be multi-chain / omni-chain, and that's huge, right? So OC going to get represented there, and so you can see the leaders right now. 4,077 people have claimed. Apparently, there's 72 million OC tokens in supply at the moment. Of course, this hasn't launched yet, but this is the claim phase. Now, we are expecting news this week, guys, around PUSD ALGO as well. Remember, Jacob's got 3 projects: Mafia, the big game; On-Chain Bet, the big decentralized casino; and of course, PUSD ALGO, the big DeFi algorithmic stablecoin. Right. So those 3. Together, and arguably they're probably going to be interconnected somehow, and also potentially include a V3 DEX, and so therefore they could also be competing with PulseX and with 9mm, which are our 2 main DEXs. So that could be pretty exciting too. So there's lots of things that could be coming in store with this. So that is in play, and so this is the last day. So I thought I'd give you guys the heads up. Let's have a quick look at the PulseBot price. Well, apparently people found out about the last day because they were watching the Telegram, and Jacob just made the comment, and it is just pumped here from 35 cents to 50 cents. This is the hourly chart, by the way, guys. So it's just been pumped. Now, not only is PulseBot being, you can swap your PulseBot or convert your PulseBot to token, to the OC token. and you just have to send the tokens to this address, I believe. You got the information there. You can click on that before doing so. But that got pumped a little bit there and lifted the market cap pretty dramatically, probably very dramatically. Let's have a look at the market cap. How long it holds up for, we don't know. It's just today, right? So maybe it'll fall away. But yeah, it was down at about 340K. Now it's at 470K. We'll see what happens with this, with the market cap there. All right, that's on the weekly chart there, by the way. Let's go back to the price. Price has gone back to the hourly chart here. And if we look at the daily, that is where we are right now. So a big pump there today because this is the last day for the best rates. All right, so that's it. But there's also BNB pot, right? So I'm not sure if BNB pot's trading. BNB pot. I'm not even sure if it's trading anymore. BNB. Did I do that right? BNB. BNB? Maybe it's BNB. BNB pot. That's it. Is it still trading? I don't even think it's trading anymore, is it? I don't. Maybe it's not. Yeah, it doesn't show up anyway. But I think they're probably still around. I can't remember what happened to BNB, but it may still be around. Maybe it's just not showing up on the deck screen because not trading much. But that is PulseBot is definitely trading, and it's got $2,200 in volume today, 25K liquidity, and that is the play for that. So interesting stuff. Let's see what some people got a lot of coins. 3 million, 2.9, 2.8, 2.7. So there's lots of large holders. 2 million on the top 10. There's 408 pages, so 4,077 people there as well. Now, I believe this also has some of the sacrifices that have got some little credits. I mean, little tiny credits compared to people that are converting coins. That is it. So, right, so that is on-chain bet. I'll post the link to that in the chat there if you guys want to check it out. If you are at all associated to that in any way. So that is the play on-chain bet. So now the question is, if there's the best rate today, which is what, the end of November? When is it going to be launching? Well, we might find out in the next day or two because of the update that we're expecting for PUSD ALGO. Right? It maybe it's associated. Maybe it has included on-chain bet or even Mafia. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But we're expecting that in the next day or two. I don't think we've had it yet, so we'll keep a lookout for that tomorrow and the next day. All right, so there we go. That is all that. Bam. And I'll post the PLSP as well, just in case. I'm not encouraging anyone to do anything, but that's where the PLSP is at the moment. All right, read the instructions. Read the instructions. All right, so that is it. Now, the other big thing we've got coming up, of course, is ProveX. ProveX Day, man. We're 41 minutes to go in the day. We're currently on day 19. 19, and we've got 41 minutes left to go. And so the rate at the moment is $1 for 10,000 points. And the sacrifice total at the moment is 5.9 million. So 5.9 million in 19 days, 118 billion points, 7,420 sacrifices. There we go, 7,420 sacrifices at the moment. So that is the total numbers. We've got 3 phases, right? We're in the first phase. The first phase is 21 days, and you get 10,000 points is $1. Plus you get the volume ranking bonus, which is up to 3x. And then we go to phase 2, which is on the 3rd of December. And that goes, the base rate goes up by 6.25%. And that's additive every day. So this climbs really fast. And then by the end of that second phase, day 54, on the 4th of January, it will cost you $7.39 for 10,000 points. Plus you get the volume multiplier bonus as well. And then we get the third phase and final phase, no volume ranking bonus anymore, just a flat rate of 0.75%. And it ends up on the last day, on the day 59, at $10.01 as well. So, yeah, and it's when we might actually see the OA come in, possibly see a whole bunch of ETH flood into there and scoop up 85 to 95% of coins if history repeats itself, something similar there. All right, so what else we got there at the moment? The leaderboard. We've got the ProveX pool, which is run by Bunker Bentals, the PH Universe guys. And this is a public pool, so that the public can get, or at least the retail book can get access to the big whale bonus. They've got $2.8 million, 71 billion points. So 2.8 million out of 5.9 million. and they've got 71 billion out of 118 billion. So they've been that multiplier giving them a lot better bang for their buck in terms of points, and the multiplier is at 2.52 right now. I think it started like 2.5, 2.8 something, 2.83 or something. So it's come down quite a bit, obviously with the more money. Number 2 is the one sacrifice pool there, that B Roots Ian Irish one, which I'm not in favor of, and that is at $73,000. So they've added a bit more from the vault, from the the 5% taxes that they charge on the volume, and they've got a multiplier of 2.04, which is still pretty damn good, isn't it? Now the third one there is maybe this is the third one actually. Maybe I'm not sure whether that one's flipped or not, because they actually look pretty similar to the other one there. So this one here might be the vault one actually. This one here, I can't remember now. You have to double check, so I'll have to check myself. But that's a 2.01, and that is 1.4 million. So pretty similar numbers there. Then we got one at 64k, and then we got 3 at over 50k. And then we've got 2 over 40, and then we've got number 10 is 35. So we did have one that was 32,000 yesterday. That's dropped off into number 11 now. So the first page, you have to have over 35,000 to get on page 1. And the multiplier bonus is still pretty good, actually, about 1.9 there at the moment. So it's pretty good. So those are the top 10. Now, what we were talking about, well, we were talking about the fact that Rack and Michelle was teasing about the Provix pool, that number 1 at the moment, with 701 sacrifices in it, or at least accounts that they may not last in the last day or something. So we're going to see, will there be a ton of heavyweight whales come in on the 2nd of December, which is day 21. We're finishing day 19. We're about to start day 20. So we're just over a day away from day 21. Will they come in and snap up some of the top spots here on the leaderboard? We shall see. They're going to have to bring in at least $2.8 million to take out number 1 spot. By the time we get there, maybe 2.9 million. So we'll keep a lookout. And of course, Provix pool will probably have a bit of FOMO itself. So that will probably jump bigger than normal. And that last day, and that's the day here, day 21. So that's all to come up. All that drama is yet to come. So what will that also mean for PulseChain? How much dumping will we get on that day? We might have a few green days. With green day today, maybe green day tomorrow, possibly. We'll see. And then a dump fest on the Tuesday, on the last day, on the day 21. So we'll see what happens there. Maybe we get a lot of dumping there. Maybe we get some buying towards the end of the day after all that dumping. So oh damn, it's day that's over now. Let's buy PulseChain at the bottom. That's kind of idea. Now on these other days, these last couple of days after that, and then in phase 2, when we start getting that 6.25% additive rise, we typically have seen latecomers come in and say, oh well, it's not too much worse than the base rate, so I'm going to still sacrifice. So we'll see a little bit of that too, but I just don't think it's on the same level at all, even close to what we used to have. But certainly, I think the day 21 could be a bit of fireworks there. We'll have a look. We'll see, wait and see what the market decides. There's a lot of exhaustion in the market, so that's definitely going to be a dampening effect. But we'll actually see what the big players do, and will they come in and shine some mucho grandes into the previous set price. Now, out of the 5.9 million so far, almost $4.4 million has come through Ethereum, $1.25 million through PulseChain. So that's definitely dampened down the PulseChain pumpamentals, right? Because it's going into Provix, it's not going into the cause, into the put chain. And if anything, it's been selling down. Keeping the sell pressure down on the chain, right? So that would be a nice relief after, at least, if not day 21, then maybe a few days later, right? And a few days later into the PCM. So what else? We got BSC at 87k, almost 88k, Base at 52k, Arbitrum at 43, Solana at 41, Monero at 24,000 almost, Bitcoin over 15k, Solana, Polygon at 12, etc. So those are the kind of the main ones over 10k, and then everything else is below that, right? Yeah, we still got. Apparently we got one little sacrifice here on Monad, but it's not showing up. So maybe it's like 50 cents, or maybe it's probably 49 cents or less, maybe something like that. Probably 49 cents more. But we do have one there. It's not. Oh, there it is. What is it showing up at? 10,000 points. What do they do? It's not really showing the pricing, but 123. 12 cents is it? I don't know. 12 cents. Not showing up, but that's there. All right, so we've got 35 minutes to go in day number 19. About to start day 20, which means we're basically 24 hours away from D-Day. And what will happen then? And then will it be the end for PulseChain? PulseChain be able to start to soar after that, let the wings fly, and we can get that beautiful green month in the old PulseChain. We shall see. All right, so that is Privex. I hope you enjoyed the coverage. And you just never know. Maybe sometimes, maybe it might happen. Maybe we get a ring at the door or something like that. Oh, what happened? Oh boy, who could it be? Who could it be?
You could get a god candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment. Because it's easier to get because it takes less economic energy because there's less of it for sale.
Yeah, so I guess that, it's not only, Rack and Michelle whales that could come in here. It could be the Hex God whale. It could be any sorts of things happening, right? So we're going to find out. And I'm not suggesting we're at a God mode candle anytime soon, but certainly something for the future there could happen. So we'll keep a lookout for that. All right, how are we doing? 50 minutes in the live stream. Not too bad. I think we've done a good show. I think we've covered a lot of good stuff. But that's pretty much it where we're at the moment. So what's coming up later today, guys? You guys know it. The PulseChain's hottest weekly news, Monster Thread number 30. Number 30, guys. Monster Thread number 30 is coming out today. It is. I know that MVS Crypto is working hard on it, and it's coming. So look forward to that later today. The Monster Thread number 30. I can't believe it. 30 Monster Thread. That's awesome, man. That's so cool. We just celebrated the 6-month milestone, right? Monster Thread number 26. And now we're heading towards, Monster Thread number 30 coming out today. It's pretty fun. And of course, it showcases just all the awesome stuff that all the people around PulseChain are doing, as well as all the cool DeFi and GameFi and everything else that's on the chain. We've got anime on the chain, man. Yeah, baby. Yeah, anime. We've got movie makers starting to make movies. I think Indican out there, Zero out there making movies. I mean, it's PulseChain is really ramping up with its creative juices, as it would say, getting ready for our big run on the old PulseChain. You find a bottom, and then you take it for the ride, and the magic carpet ride. And so it's getting close. 2 days away from the end of the base rate there on Privex. It's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be fun. All right, I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button on the way out. Also, smash the follow button on X. And if you want to join up the Strategy Club, definitely join up Strategy Club on Discord. Just over $1 a day to join up, $35 a month. And of course, if you want to become just a general member, you can do that too for I think $15 or something, or $12.50. One of those two. I've got to remember which one it is, but it's one of those. Join up through the Whoop shop there, and we'll catch you in the Discord. And of course, you can join up the Telegram as well. All right, take care, everybody. Bye for now.